Chat, please do me the great honor of welcoming in JPK, everybody. What's up, dude?
Took my collar in. There we go. Hello.
Don't worry. We're all gamers here. We're not very particular. Chat, do me the great honor of saying hello to the incredible JPK, the man who has designed so many of your favorite Blankos. So, dude, what's going on? You got to tell me. So just so everybody knows, which Blankos have you designed? So that way everybody in chat knows exactly which ones are yours.
Okay. So mine were the Orson Rex, which was the very first design released at South by Southwest when the game was announced.
Really? That was the first one released for the South by Southwest ones? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it was released as a free gift to people who went to the launch event.
That's right.
The game was announced. So there were 666 of that one made. It was given away for free, and now it's not easy to get hold of. I don't think not too cheap.
No, it's definitely not easy to get anymore.
Yeah.
It's extremely difficult to get. We're not even sure how many are out there, but we all want one. But I'll let you continue. So we got Orson Rex.
Yeah, Orson Rex the Lumberjack.
Naturally.
So he's got the orange beanie hat on and the plaid shirt.
Yeah, that's a big favorite because the mash, like when you can take it and like recolor it, everybody loves messing with that one because it can like take on so many different roles. Like my favorite one is somebody has created one that looks just like Mr. T, and they deck it out with the gold chains.
That one? Yes.
So great.
Stephen sent me one, yeah. Like a screenshot of that. Yeah, very cool.
All right, so we got two. What else you got?
Then there's the Seafarer Oni. So he's like a teal turquoisey blue color with like red tattoos going over his eyes.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of a demonic seafarer.
Let me turn those off. Here, actually, I can actually look them up right here. I can go to Marketplace, and I can actually search by you, if you didn't know that. If you look at my screen right now, I can click on your name specifically. There's so many of y'all downloading. Where did I pass it? Where's... Oh, there he is. I was looking for just JPK. All right, here we got... Now I got him on the screen here. You see them all? You got Ivar. Hold on one sec. Somebody just told me you're muted. All right, you're good now. You're good. Sorry about that. So he was just telling us about Ivar. I gotta say, now that I'm seeing Ivar and Lumberjack side by side, are they maybe like brothers? Is there some lore that we don't know? Yeah, they look like maybe they went to the same tattoo parlor, you know? I was like, hey, I think these guys may know each other. Still muted? How do you guys not hear him right now? They're saying you're muted. I can hear you. That's why I'm like, No, I can hear you perfectly. They should be able to pick you up right now. Can you guys hear him now? Let me grab this and bring this over here. All right, go ahead. Chat now. No, I don't know why that's giving me trouble. It shouldn't be. Oh, maybe it was one of the things I just turned off. Try now.
Hello?
Yeah, y'all can hear him now, right?
Master.
Okay, yeah, it was me. It was when I turned something. Oh, I see what I did there. You're good. You're good. It's just me breaking things as I do. Me breaking things as I do. All right, cool. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It was me. I hit a button for the notifications. Okay, sorry about that. All right, let's get back to what we were doing.
Yeah. So they all exist in the same universe, but they're probably distant related because the Lumberjack's kind of partially based on me, partially based on some of my friends, partially based on things I'd like to be doing. And I suppose to a degree, Ivan McLeod's the same. He's an amalgamation of me, my friends, and the fantasy life that I lead or don't lead.
Actually, it's funny that you say that he's kind of a reflection of you because Vivi Crypto, who we all know, actually asked me one time. She's like, "Why do all toy designers have like beards and tattoos, and they're all super cool looking?" So it's really funny that those two are the embodiment of the characters that you literally just kind of described that same thing.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's an accident.
So that brings us to Nautilus. So I gotta know. Mm-hmm. How did you come up with the design for Nautilus? Because I'm a big fan of like the deep sea. I love the diving helmet. I really love that theme. It's kind of something I've been part of in a lot of different games that I've played. So I'm curious, how did you end up on that one? Because I see like yours have like some ocean themes. You know, I see some like water, ocean, and now we're continuing down that path with the newest one.
There's definitely a maritime theme because the seafarer only, the idea of he's kind of like, he's not Polynesian, but he's that kind of, is definitely inspired by that kind of thing, that kind of, he would live his life on a boat, living on the seas, never seeing land, just the kind of a spirit that comes across people on their own voyages kind of thing, like pilgrims crossing paths. Obviously, Ivan Matlo's a pirate, so he's lived his life at sea or near different ports. So the Nautilus is kind of taking that maritime kind of idea and sort of mixing it with like the demonic and the kind of that's the wrong way of putting it. Not quite demonic, not quite spiritual, but that sort of other world kind of feel to it. So like he's a being who lives below the waves, who's an amalgamation of all different kind of forms of kind of sea life references. So like there's his helmet, which obviously like the old school diving bell is made of like a copper. There's a small pirate knife, so his faceplate is held in place with, rather than a pin, it's a small pirate dagger.
Oh, I can just barely make it out. That's so cool. I hadn't noticed that yet. I can just barely see it on here.
I kind of like, if I can, I'd like to put Easter eggs and references into the figures. So like the front part of his, so he's got the rib cage, but then the sternum part and the coming to his belt, that's actually an anchor. His
whoa, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
There's an anchor hidden right on his sternum that comes under his like almost like his breastplate. You guys see that? That's sick. That's so cool.
Then, like his armor is made of fish scales. So I'm just looking at the picture here so I can remind myself. There's a small tap, which doesn't quite make sense, or a forceps. I'm not quite sure what you'd call it. On his helmet. Watch again. Oops. No way sound. His greaves on his arms there, tridents, like, you know.
Yeah.
On Neptune.
His like his greaves are on his forearms.
Yeah.
Or no. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. The greaves there. The greaves on his legs, like they're protecting his thighs. They're kind of like fish fins.
That's exactly. So I was like, yo, this looks like mermaid tails. I'm like, this guy kill a few mermaids and use them as armor.
Could be, yeah.
Guy's skinning mermaids in his free time.
I'm not sure how much protection they would give. And then his boots, they're all scarred up because they're made of lead. So they're there to sink him down to the bottom of the ocean, and they're covered in chips and scars. So like the fresh white, where like the bright lead's just been kind of scratched open. That
I noticed. I love the scuff marks because on it, like I watch a lot of movies, and anytime you see a movie where somebody puts on a diving suit, the front of those shoes always gets shown, and it always has like all kinds of scuffs because they're kind of like dragging their feet across the ocean floor. So it gives like this used look.
Yeah.
The level of detail on this one is unbelievable. Really cool design.
So when we were designing them as well, one of the parameters that we had to do was add in kind of secret parts. So as part of the blending process. So there are things here I'm not sure we'll ever see, like when the face mask opens, I did a version of that kind of thing. I'm not sure if we will get to see that.
Oh, so maybe that's where some of these more bespoke, Blanko designs come from down the line. So maybe so chat, it sounds like there may be a lot of Blankos with alternate designs. Sounds like when these designs are first come to life, there's a bunch of additions of them. So that's super cool to know. That's really, really cool to know about like the process of y'all creating these.
But it's what we did as part of the design process, because I was there from very early on.
They're all speculating. Chat's going, "Oh, Gem Mint Nautilus confirmed." They all think that there's a hidden design coming for Nautilus.
Well, no.
No, they're just clowning around. They're just
nothing's confirmed.
Don't get him in trouble. No one else listen, chat. Nobody else is gonna come on the show if you get the very first artist in trouble. This will be the first and last artist. Don't get him in trouble. All right, we got a couple questions from chat. Let's see. Lyco's Insider said, "I'd love to know more about the process you use to make a Blanko." Well, that's not necessarily a question for him though, right? But I mean, you can answer that one if you want to, JPK.
Well, the design process, it's...
Do you work on them flat or paint them in 3D?
So a little bit of both. So initially the design would be like a flat Illustrator image or even a hand-drawn image.
Oh, so cool.
We then take that and take the design from Illustrator, import it in color by color into different layers into Photoshop to layer it up. Each kind of like section, it's like the helmet or an arm or the legs and waist, or I think the boots are separate. I can't remember the breakdown now.
So like almost like a blueprint, for...
Yeah, so it's all laid out like a net.
So
and
cool.
then we take it into a different program to make sure it all aligns correctly. So you're switching between the two to try and making little tweaks. And because they're all kind of layered colors, it's not difficult, but it's just quite time consuming to get just right, to get to line up correctly, because like the top of the head's a separate element to the front of the head. So it's just getting those lines to just meet up perfectly, especially like, I think this guy, he's got a cross of seams on his head, which has to meet down the side of his face and that kind of thing. So just getting those lines to meet up correctly, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's just...
Sounds a little tedious.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that easy.
No, it's not hard. It's just, it takes a little while. But like I've been shown several videos and had tutorials and had lots of helpful emails from the development team. So because I was the first artist that they signed on, so I was the guinea pig for a lot of the trial and error with getting the design correct and then getting the DNA maps correct. And I'm not great at that kind of thing anyway. So I was really quite a guinea pig because they could see if it would go wrong, I'd be the one getting it wrong. So they could see the process.
Oh, that's the scary part of being the first one. It's great to be first if everything goes right, but the potential for it to not go right exists.
And not understand it as well. I don't know why this has gone wrong, and I hope you can help out.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
So I know we're not going to talk about how many designs you have coming in the future, but just so everybody in chat knows, there are more coming in the future. So you can definitely expect quite a few more JPK designs. So if you love what's in here already, which a lot of us do, there's some more coming. So you know what? I don't want to ask any questions about those. I just want everybody to know that there are more coming. I have no idea how many or what, but there have been some rumored. I mean, you guys in chat can shout them out if you really want to, because there's been plenty of leaks that have come out about what's coming. But it's pretty exciting. So what do you think now that you are getting to learn about the game a little bit more? What do you think about the way the game is developing and your use of artwork, the use of your artwork in this game? This is kind of a first for you, right?
Yeah. I've designed pieces for board games before, that kind of thing, but this is totally new. And I genuinely didn't expect it to be quite as big as it was, quite as immersive as it was, and to look as great as it does, because it's like...
They look like you could reach right on the screen and grab them.
Impressive, yeah. Like the first time I saw like my character animated, it was early on before the game was made, and it was just, they were doing like a little dance. But seeing my... seeing the things that
You've seen your toys sit on a shelf for decades, right?
So bizarre, yeah.
Oh, it's probably like at some point in your life, you probably had a dream your toys came to life. So like now you're seeing it on a screen. That had to be really wild for the artist to see, hey, there's my creation alive.
Yeah.
You know, a Dr. Frankenstein moment.
Yeah, and to be something that I wouldn't be capable of doing either. You know, I can draw them up, I can design them, but to actually get them moving around and look seamless is just joyful. Such a good thing to see.
And they have so much personality. We all have such a good time goofing off. Like some of us will sit around in like the junction areas of the game and just hang out and just like chat with each other. Like we could go talk somewhere else, but we choose to go into the game and wear our avatar and talk because that is how we represent ourselves in the game. And it's such a big part of gaming culture that really not everybody, if you're not a big gamer, you may not understand that connection that a gamer has with the digital avatar of how they represent themselves, because it gives you the ability to step outside yourself and be somebody else, whether you want to be a pirate or you want to be a diver or you want to be a demon oni. You can be whatever you want now, and it's just really, really cool to see that now we've taken the next step in the evolution of being like, not only we're going to make these custom designs, but we're actually going to let players own them and do whatever they want with them, whether you want to change the way it looks or sell it to somebody else for more money, like whatever you want to do it's yours to do it. So I think to me, it's such a drastic change from where we were to where we are, and that to be able to continue honoring the tradition of gamers just really connecting to their avatars is just tremendous to see.
Yeah, and the fact that people can blend them and customize them makes them truly unique. So that you can really bring together the elements that you really like to create your own personal figure, which is great.
And just real quick, chat, I do see a lot of you asking questions. If the questions are about the game, we can probably talk about those with the Blankos folks, like the Mythical team later. If you have questions for JPK, it should really be about like his designs, his artwork. Because I do see some people asking questions about like the frequency of drops. That's a Mythical question. So stuff like that. I'm not ignoring your questions. They just don't really. JPK can't answer that question for you.
No
like party pass questions, private matches, frequency of drops. Those are all Mythical questions, guys. Corinne, you said, do you have ideas that you bring to the team theme wise when they approach you to create, or did you come up with all these desired themes? So yeah, where did your ideas come from? Did you get some direction, or was it all just like, hey, go nuts?
No, there was no direction. There was literally the shapes that we were given of the figures. They said there was scope to add accessories and to maybe play around with the shapes, add horns, add a mask, that kind of thing.
Right.
Because there was a version of Nautilus with horns, but I guess it just didn't work as well. So,
or maybe it could be something that comes in the future. You never know when they're going to drop these things, because like today, the accessories that are coming out with this one today are for a different Blanko. Like there's accessories that are going to be released on the store today as well. We have 9 minutes until your Blankos are released, and everyone's about to go crazy trying to buy them.
So yeah, I think is it limited to 3,000? I think this one.
Let's see. Team Sean says, how do the artists feel about the mashes and seeing their designs with different colors? Has JPK seen any of the colors better than the original? So yeah, how do you feel about the fact that people are recoloring things?
Obviously, I haven't seen any better than the originals.
Oh, I like it. I like it. That's bold. He said, absolutely not. You're not doing better than him.
BB's showed me quite a few. The Mr. T Lumberjack was brilliant. And
special shout out, Chai.
Yeah, I think there was a golden black Finder of Lost Souls, which looked like really dark and menacing, which I really liked. The more menacing, the better for me.
I see that you got a dark streak, man.
Well, I just like menacing things. When I first started designing toys, everything was kind of quite cute, very minimalist.
It's true. This is true.
I couldn't do that. So like mine always looked a bit menacing. They had like kind of evil-looking eyes, or grumpy. And
I like it.
At first, I was really self-conscious about it. I can't do this cute thing. But then that's what makes.
Yeah, everyone was doing Toki Doki and Funkos, and everything was smiling and cheery and.
Yeah, and beautiful and like super cute and big eyes, big shiny eyes, and mine were all like evil slits. And
yeah, but then clearly there was a huge market of people who wanted those.
It's still not the biggest part of kind of toy design anyway, so it's still a niche within that area.
Oh, for sure. All right, let's see. We got some more questions here. Let's see if we can get everybody else. Do you have Blue Blood says? Do you have an influence on the supply or the cost of the Blankos?
None at all. No. No, not at all. They've not talked to me about any of them. So I'm not sure if other artists have a different kind of situation, but no, I trust them to do what they do. They've always been very fair with me. They've been very transparent. They've never tried to trick me or rip me off or change designs. They've never even changed designs without kind of like checking in or anything like that. So they're really good to work with. They're really transparent.
That's really cool. And I think I can't remember who it was, but one of the artists came on and was talking about Blankos and said that, since there's a smart contract tied to each one of these Blankos, that is really, really cool that, sometimes you sell a piece of artwork and you just get paid that one time for the piece of artwork. And then as people continue to sell it and it gains value, you don't get any of it. But that with these smart contracts, you can lock in a piece of those profits for an artist and he gets paid or they get paid into perpetuity. And I'm like, to me, that's one of the most beautiful things I've heard about blockchain tech being used.
Yeah, it's great. So the percentage isn't huge because it can't be huge because the buyer and seller would be losing a huge cut of the money that they're paying or receiving. But we get a good percentage of each sale. So like all the secondary market, it adds up. Like my last royalty was only from the secondary market because I had no figures in the last quarter that Fresh was released. And it was still, a significant payment.
That's so cool to hear. Because, I mean, we all love what you're doing. And I think, the thing that we've all kind of gotten from the Mythical team, like their EOS is really, a community, being part of community. And the artwork that's in this game is such a huge part of the community that you love to see it prioritized. And I think when you're locking your artists into these smart contracts and taking care of them, that is a clear sign of like, we respect your work, we respect your time, and we want you to be not just kind of like a figure that comes in and goes out, but somebody who, maintains their status within our community and continues to be, a fixture in the community instead of just like a temporary piece. So I think it says a lot. It's pretty cool to me. What else we got here, guys? Ooh. Any chance for collaboration? So any chance that you'll collaborate with another artist on a Blanko?
No. Well, no, it's not a no, but
be bold. Hey, we're not shy here.
It's not something I've even considered. That's what it's just kind of caught me off guard.
I like it.
It'd be quite interesting to do a collaboration with the brand, actually, because they've had like, kind of not brands.
Yeah, that actually would be really cool to see you like cross up with your style with like somebody else who's out there who already has something that fit with that menacing style. I'm not sure what it would be, but I actually want to think about this now. That's a really great question, chat.
Yeah, but I have no idea. It'd be good to get. I got a good friend, J. Rue, who's a well-known toy artist as well, and me and him work very well together. So it'd be great to do a collaboration with him.
Cherry had a cool one. Cherry says, "How much time does it take you to create one Blanko?"
Initially, the sketching. Sorry, my dog's crying. 15 to 20 minutes to do the sketch, and then actually drawing it out in 2D. I don't know, a couple of hours. But then the transferring across to Photoshop for the layers. It's time consuming. It takes quite a while. It can. I mean, I'm quite slow as well, so this is a bad guide. But it can take like 5, 6, 7 hours to put the figure together.
I mean, that sounds fast to me. I'm like, I feel like it would take me weeks to be able to even think of a concept like this, but my brain just doesn't produce these types of designs. So that sounds pretty amazing to me that you're able to produce these in what sounds like potentially a day or 2 short days,
Yeah.
Really cool.
It's usually, generally the designs, I tend to work on them at once. I'd do like a large batch of sketches because I find that when you're creating ideas, you get into kind of a rhythm and a flow state, and that's when the best ideas come through. So you can get some kind of really quite varied ideas all at once. So I like those kind of like bursts of creativity.
Notorious, I see you asking about future Blankos, but we can't ask him anything like that. He could potentially, we can't leak any information that that Mythical hasn't talked about yet. But I have seen, I think Crypto Me told me about one called Geisha. So that one's been leaked, and she told me about that one, and I'm pretty sure that's a female one. So it does sound like there's going to be some female ones in the future, but nothing that can be confirmed.
Well, I think she was confirmed a while. I'm not sure, but I think she was confirmed a while back. But it's just they keep their release schedule fairly fluid, I think.
Yeah.
To kind of react to whatever's they want to do, I guess. But
we got 1 minute until the drop, chat. Just so you know, I just want everybody to know you got 1 minute. Get ready for your purchase. Everybody's gonna go nuts. Soon you're gonna see everybody in chat talking about, I got number 1, I got number 10. Everybody goes they go pretty crazy for these days.
Okay, I'm excited to see this. I've never witnessed this before.
Yeah, it's a bit of a phenomenon. So let's see, how many people do we have hanging out with us today? Yeah, like right now, there's 67 people in here listening to us chat about it, and I guarantee you, about 99% of those people are just like sitting at the menu like me, waiting to spam the click button. Like I'm just standing here. There's less than a minute, or there's a little bit more than a minute. Yeah, 59 seconds to go. Everybody's just sitting here staring at that button, ready to go. I mean, people have figured it out to a science. Like technically, I should be. Let me see if I don't know if I'll have time to get my controller. It's a little bit quicker if you do it with a controller. You can get a better mint number. So people have even figured that kind of stuff out.
Okay, there's only a few seconds left.
It takes a couple seconds for the remote. Oh, there it goes. All right, I got a controller. All right, chat, I got a controller today. I'm gonna try to do it this way. All right, let's get ready. We got about 30 seconds till it goes. Yeah. So God, and a big thing we do is we speculate how long it'll take to sell out, or if it will sell out, because there's a lot of different stuff that happens with these marketplaces. So it's really hard, but a lot of people are speculating like sub 10 minutes, sub 5 minutes. So we're curious to see.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's been a little while since one this price point has been sold, so we're curious to see how this one's going to go. And here it goes.
Price point one?
Oh, and it went to the store on me. Oh no, it went to the shelf. Chat. I got one quick. I didn't get the second one very quick. All right, so I got my 2. So a lot of us buy multiples too.
Okay.
A lot of us buy multiples. So let's see. All right, let's see how many were minted. So one thing that I always end up doing is I end up, let's go back to, here, we'll open this up. So how many are minted? Oh, it didn't say yet. Let's click it one more time. Let's update it. It'll tell us how many have been minted. Oh, it's not saying today. That's interesting. Yeah, it should tell us how many are minted, because a lot of us will watch it on here. And we'll watch it like second. Yeah, there's already 1,300 gone. Yeah, 1366 so far. And man, I'm telling you, every time you click this refresh button, that was 1366. I just clicked the refresh button. Yeah, it's already another 20 sold in between like the couple seconds. So people just fire through them. I mean, people go crazy to unlock these things. Let's see. And I can show you. I have a pretty decent collection of these guys. Unfortunately, it's not clean right now. But can you see the stream right now?
Yeah.
So here's my collection of Blankos. And I got all yours, but I don't have the Orson Rex yet. I've been wanting to get one of those, but I don't have one yet. Here's your Lumberjack and your Seafarer Onis hanging out together.
Nice.
Don't ask why I have so many clowns. There's Ivar hanging out over here. There's a Foles. I think there's another Foles kicking around too. I'm pretty sure I have 2 Foles. But yeah, man, I loved these things when they first came out. And I just started collecting them and just couldn't stop collecting them. And here we are. I literally have never sold one. Everybody is like buying and selling and trading. And me, I just can't stop buying them.
What number do you get for the Nautilus?
So the number doesn't come up here right away. A lot of times what you got to do is you'll have to go here. Oh, you got to go into your own collection here. And you can sometimes, it'll pop up in the marketplace first. So if I find them here, I should be able to see which ones I got. Oh, no. NA. There he is. And you were up to 1,500 sold so far. And let's see, I got number 190 is the best I got. I got 190, but my other one's not showing it. Sometimes it just takes a little bit with everybody purchasing at the same time. It takes a little bit for them to like make their way through the blockchain and into your inventory. Yeah, because it says I have 1, but I know I have 2. All right, let's look over to chat. Let's see what chat got. These guys are so good. These guys are so good. Let's see what everybody has here. Ray got number 11. Berserk got number 9. Some of these people they're so fast. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, somebody got number 9. Ray got number 11. Ortho got 214. Bales got 355. Ooh, Team Sean got number 9. I love that. Beeb Deal number 80. Corinne got 198. Ortho got another one. 634. Yeah, everybody, and that's another huge part of the culture. Everyone loves chatting about which one they got.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It really, that's one part of the culture that I never could understand. Like the numbering of the mints it's this big deal. People are really, like the one, like if you get the number 1, it could sell for $10,000 compared to like, and the lowest one could sell for like $10, you know, like I've never understood it, but apparently it's something that kind of exists in these communities.
The lumberjack, like the lower, I think 1 to 10 or something like that. Their price is so much higher than the rest of the mint.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Watch, we'll go look at it right quick. I can show that to you right now. Yeah, if you go to buy lumberjack. So yeah, if you're looking at just the ones that are for sale, the cheapest. So if you want to buy number 2 is on sale for $2,200. Yeah, and then the other ones are even crazier. Number 7, they're $57,000. Number 8, $48,000. So like, obviously people won't buy those, but that number 2 at $2,200, if the game continues to gain traction like it does, those have sold in the past. So I would not be surprised to see those low mints go back to selling for those extremely high amounts again.
Yeah, especially if like the more traction the game gets, the longer it goes on for, the more heritage these kind of characters get as well.
Yeah, people love the kind of like vintage vibe too. So, you know, when people are kind of in the beginning, they're, you know, it's not this like dated piece. So people are like, whatever. And then time goes by and it starts to get a little bit more, and it starts to get a little bit more rare. And people are like, oh man, you know, as new players come in, they see these older designs and they're willing to pay a little bit more for them, to that exclusivity. And then slowly, you know, oh, we got a pupper on screen chat.
Here we go. Here's Roscoe.
Roscoe, what's up, buddy? He's like, Dad, I'm not amused.
His ball's under the sofa, so he's been crying for about half an hour.
Oh, well, don't let us keep you. I love all the questions that you were able to answer for us today. Thank you so much. But I totally don't want to keep you. I know you just got home, so your dog's probably like, dude, you just got home. It's time for me.
Oh, he came with us.
Oh, so spoiled. I love it.
He's tiny. He can go anywhere with us.
Oh, that's right. I guess that's the benefits of the small dog life. You can conveniently go anywhere. Yeah, I got a big dog. My dog's like 70 pounds. So that dog's not going anywhere with me. That's so cool. Chat, do you have any? Oh, there she is. Here's mine. Hey, sweetie. She came in. She knew. She was like, all right, it's time for me to come out. So her dogs are on screen. Chat, do you guys have any other questions for Mr. Jon Paul Kaiser before we let him go back to his lovely life that I'm sure he has other things to do? Give chat a second or two to chime in with any final questions they have. Corinne, you said you had a couple that were highlighted. Let me see. Oh, here's a good one. Do you own any or have any favorite Blankos other than your own?
I don't own any, but I do love James Groman's designs.
Which ones does he do?
It's like the dinosaur in a suit, but it's really well.
Oh yeah, Boss Dino. Yeah, that's a cool one.
So cool. He's a great guy. All of his artwork is brilliant. I just love what he does. And the Quicks ones, of course. Quicks is a super nice guy. His design is iconic. It's great to see.
Oh, remarkably iconic. That what is he covered? Is it called Tech 63? I'm not sure the number. The number always changes, I think. But I think
it's different. Yeah, there's different models of the
I tried to sort by that artist, but it wouldn't allow me to do it for some reason. I think the marketplace is under some strain because everyone's going crazy buying stuff right now. And the other crazy thing with this culture is you see people immediately people try to sell them. They try to buy the really good ones. It's such a crazy part of NFT culture. Are you involved in any other form of NFT artwork?
Yes. Yeah. I had a digital figure released on VV about roughly a month ago. It was an Inked Stories Eve figure based on Adam and Eve. So there was that, and I'm trying to get on there as my own brand, but just waiting for approval at the moment. But yeah,
oh, that's cool.
And the VV place really interesting because it's not just like a dry marketplace, which some of the other NFT places are. It's actually you can have a gallery show there. You've got your own space. You've got the augmented reality, so you can collect your figures or comics or prints and scatter them around your house digitally. And it's.
Man, I might have to take another look. I've messed with it only once or twice. I bought a couple like comics off it and then kind of didn't go back to it. But hearing all that, I'm like, I love that augmented reality thing. That would be really, really cool to like set. How did it? So you like set their location and then it knows when you like scroll by, it'll always be there.
Yeah, it's really cool. I've done it in this room with my wife, so we had a few collectibles we got given in the VV realm, and just
that's awesome.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's just like a nice, fun collecting space. So it's quite different to the others. That's why I'm quite keen on it.
And you go on. I'm sorry, my kids are running in here. They're going crazy right now. Houdini said, "Can JPK make fan art Chavio Blanko?" I'm sure he's got more things to do to make fan art, but I love the idea. Thanks for that. I don't think I can afford that fan art.
It takes me so long. I'm not cheap.
Listen, no, there's a quote. I don't even know who it's by, but it's very famous amongst the entrepreneurial world, and that is "Know your worth." Know your worth. Hey, buddy.
Important, yeah.
So yeah, you can't give it away in the beginning. Hey, if nobody wants it, then you can give it away. But as soon as people start asking for it, you cannot continue to give it away for free. You got to know your worth, chat.
Yeah.
So here, I got a question for you. Do you own, what is like some of your favorite artwork that you own personally at your house? Like anything that you're like, I absolutely love this. If there was a fire, this is the first thing I'm grabbing.
Okay, the first thing, I've got a large figure called Big Army Man by Frank Kozik. It's the typical tiny green army figures you'd get as a kid. They're really, really, you'd get 200 £5, or not even that, a pound. So Frank Kozik made a giant, like a maybe 18-inch one about 10 years ago now.
Oh wow!
And it's just a piece of art. Essentially it's just a small figure blown up large, but re-sculpted. So it's got all like the flash lines and the bad, the circle where it'd been injection molded, but sculpted into place. And to me, it kind of epitomizes an art toy. It's a really great decorative piece, and it just looks so cool. I've got quite a few pieces by Course, the German LA duo. That's Coarse, not Cause. So they did a piece called The Passage, which is a boat with an owl, a creature called the Void, and a person sitting on the back. And it's just so mournful and so artistic. It's just gorgeous, and they do such well-rendered artwork. So yeah, they'd be the first things I grab under fire.
That's pretty cool. Especially, I think when you ask an artist what their favorite art is, all of a sudden everyone's eyes get very wide, and they're like, because I think that's one of the highest forms of respect is the respect of your peers, right? When those who do what you do show you that respect, that means a lot. And especially for me, I am not an artist by any means. When I hear that, I'm like, oh wow, like I'm gonna remember these, and I want to go look these up later because I want to check them out. It's pretty cool.
They're well worth checking out. They're gorgeous.
And dude, is there anything you want to promote today? A website, anything you got coming up for sale, anything that that we can tell the people about, that if the case they want to buy more of your stuff or they want to check it out?
Yeah, well, my Instagram is Jon Paul Kaiser, JonPaulKaiser. If you want to follow me on there, so it's all my artwork on there. I update at the moment every day because I'm doing a retrospective of my past 15 years of work. There's also links to my web store on there, so there are a few things available that have just been released. So,
in chat here is the let me grab what happened. I'm gonna grab your link so they can jump on it. There is JPK's Instagram link. Go give him a follow, please. As we do, click that follow button. Make sure you're always supporting everybody. I just clicked it myself. I should have already clicked it a long time ago.
Thanks very much.
What else, man?
Yeah, my web stores. There's a link there. So Jon.
Big Cartel right there.
Yeah. So there's a few things on there. There's not tons because I tend to work as commissions, but there are a few bits there available.
Oh, really cool. Ooh, artwork. Artwork is one of those things that I think one of the coolest things is the price of artwork means you can't just go out and buy anything and everything. And if it was valued that way, like $10, $15 for something, everybody would just buy everything and it would be meaningless. But when artwork is priced to a point where you're like, I gotta love it to get it, I think that, that creates another layer of connection. Is this a pillow? No, it's a wood panel. It's a wood panel. I was like, it looks like it's sticking out. That's really, is that Foles? It almost looks like him.
Yeah. Well, it's based on the same kind of idea. Yeah.
Oh wow, he's got the keys and everything.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So if you were a real Blankos nut, you may want to start checking out some of JPK stuff because I know some of you want to collect real world stuff. This is a pretty sweet way. Oh whoa. Wow, these are fantastic.
Thank you.
So chat, if you are looking to take your Blankos collection into the real world, these aren't Blankos per se, but you can clearly see the similarities between what we're looking at and what we've seen come into the Blankos universe. Really cool stuff. This one's sold out, I think. I think it said. No, that says on sale. I was like, wow, that one's sold out. That was an expensive one. Holy moly. The level of design when you get close to these things is just phenomenal too.
Like that's like a 5-inch figure, so there's quite minute detail on that. Yeah,
it almost looks like it's crying gold tears. Wow.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh, and that's his helmet. He's holding his helmet. Whoa. Wow, these are spectacular, dude.
I quite like to have a narrative behind my figures. So he's a pilgrim. He went on a quest to find the golden arrows that pierced the heart of the martyred lady. And once he found the arrows, he built a shrine there. Now he lives at the shrine, weeps golden tears, and he lives his life in the forest, far away, just worshipping these relics.
Please, Blankos, mythical people, if you're listening, this needs to be a Blanko right here. These are so cool, dude. And this really gets me excited for the other designs that we have coming to see. Like, I'm a person, I don't mind waiting to unwrap my presents, so I'm very excited to see what's coming up in the future for you because just looking at some of your artwork here makes me think that there's some pretty outstanding stuff coming for us in the future.
Yeah, let me have a quick look at the sketches I did. The upcoming ones.
Oh, don't tell us anything though. Don't get us.
Some good ones. There's some good ones.
Don't get us in trouble. Yeah, these are cool though, dude.
So somebody said here it's sold out.
It's sold out already?
For the Nautilus, yeah.
Let's see. Where's the store? I gotta grab the store again.
Then somebody said 2,000.
I can't believe it sold out already. No way. I thought it would have been in the store for a little while. Now there's 2,000 and 2003 sold so far. Okay. 2008. Yeah, there's about 1,000 of them left. Yeah. I'd have been shocked if it sold that quick. People are already buying them on a secondary market too, which is insane to me. People want those low numbers. I'm telling you, people will go buy one from another person for more money than instead of minting a new one because that's how much those numbers are respected, those low mint numbers. They really are kind of king around here. Yeah, these certainly look like they're going to be gone in the next day, though. I don't think these are going to hang around for very long.
Cool.
Super exciting, though. I got to say, it's funny, too, a lot of times when I see a Blanko, I have my initial reaction, and then you read the lore, and now we've gotten a super lore lesson from the king himself. JPK is here to tell us about so all of a sudden you're like, I really want, all of a sudden you connect to it more, and you're like, I want to run around in the game as that character now because I'm continuing to create that connection between me and my digital avatar. So really, really cool to have you on. Maybe we can even do it again in the future for another one of your drops if we can get it lined up.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. I get quite nervous, these kind of things.
Well, hopefully you're not too nervous. I'm a pretty casual guy.
Great. You've been a great host. Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much, dude. Well, let me let you get out of here. Chat, thank you so much. I know I see some more questions. This is one last one. And it's probably, I want to ask this because it's probably hasn't been discussed yet, but somebody's asking, there's probably going to be upcoming clothing merch for Mythical. So have you gotten involved with any merch design yet?
I haven't, no. I used to do clothing design, so.
So Mythical. JPK clothing. Win. Well, dude, thank you so much for being here with us today. I really appreciate your time. Chat, if you want to send some love JPK's way, give him some follows, go buy some of his amazing artwork and some of his stuff, and just say bye in chat and give him some hearts. Any closing words, my friend?
No, thanks very much. It's been a pleasure, and everyone's been so nice. I've been trying to answer a few questions in the chat, but I struggled to focus on two things.
Well, maybe we can get you either playing the game with us one day and people could talk to you in game, or maybe we can even get you your own stream sometime.
I guess I'm terrible with any organizational, any kind of technology. I still paint by hand. I still, my wife has set up microphones for me if I need that kind of thing. I have no idea. I'm kind of useless.
It's getting easier every day, but that's all right. Hey, we'll leave the streaming to me and we'll leave the Blanko artwork to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, dude, have a terrific evening, and I'll chat with you soon, man.
Shall do. Take care. Thank you very much.
All right, buddies. See you next time.
Bye now.